All right, welcome to Notability Part 1. We're going to take a look at creating and editing a document. In other videos, we'll take a look at organizing and foldering and also sharing these documents. Right now, we're just focused on creating and editing. When you first get in this app, it takes you to the screen that you see right up here where you can kind of go through this and practice. Great to do. It walks you through and gives you lots of cool tips. I'll walk through some of these with you as well. First thing I'm going to do is get out of this app. Or not out of this app, but out of this note. And I'm going to do that by hitting the little, looks like a bookshelf up here. And that takes me back to the main screen. Here's where I can create a new note. So we'll cover all this other information here, like creating folders and organizing later on. But to create a new note, we simply hit the pencil in the top right-hand corner in the main screen. Once we do that, it takes us to a new note. The very first thing I tell every single student and teacher to do is to title your note. That way you don't have a whole bunch of things just by date. You want to know what they are. For students, hammer home using that naming convention. In other videos, I'll show you how to make that a lot quicker by something called shortcuts. But make them do it. It's going to make your life easier and it's going to make their life easier in the long run. All right, let's walk through the different toolbar up here. We already talked about this. This gets you back to the main screen. When you do that, it auto saves your note. This little symbol with the arrow coming out of a box is kind of a standard symbol in all apps. It allows you to send things. In this case, it allows us to email it or send it to Google Drive. That's in another video as well. All right, the things that you might want to use while you're creating a note. This is the undo button. Great if you make mistakes a lot like I do. You can just undo it rather than trying to go back and redo everything. This button up here, the T, this allows us to type within the main screen here. So I just tap down there in the main screen and I can type while I'm in there. All of the formatting options for typing are on your keyboard here. So you can see what I can do. You know, bold, underline, change the color, font size, indent, all those things are right there, including bullet points. So great for taking notes if you're typing them. Next one over is writing, the writing tool. So in this app is great because you can write, and I'm just using my finger there, but you can also use a stylus. If you want to change the formatting on it, just tap the pencil again, and it gives you all the colors and things that you can do with it. So great for the people that actually like to write on the iPad. Next button over is highlighter. So you can highlight. And once you select it, you can just go through and highlight what you want. Again, like the pencil, tap it again. It gives you all of the options that you can do with your highlighter. Go over here. This is supposed to be an eraser. When I select it, it allows me to erase something. I just erase the E off of there. Pretty simple and clear cut. Speaking of clear cut, there's the scissors. The scissors allow you to select something. So once I select the scissors, I can circle something on my screen. It puts the marching ants around there. This allows me to tap on it. I can cut, copy, delete, or I can press and hold and move that writing to another spot on my screen. So that's how we can move our writing samples around. Tap anywhere off of it and that gets the marching ants away. One of the very powerful tools of Notability is the ability to record. Our little microphone right there, once I tap it, it starts recording me. You can see here that it's recording my audio, and you can see how long it's going. I hit the square to stop my recording, and then I can play it back, or I can go in and I can record another recording. So you can do multiple recordings in here. Once it gets in there, I can hit the play button. Once I hit the play button, you can see that it segments my different recordings here. So here's my first recording, there's my second recording, and so you can go through and kind of look at those tools. Great for all classes. Kids can record audio notes, especially foreign language. Outstanding, outstanding tool for that. Then the students can send that recording to you and you can listen to it. We'll talk more about that in another session. All right, moving across here. The plus sign, another very valuable tool, is the ability to add photos. Take a photo while you're in this application right here. So you don't have to leave, go use the camera, and then come back in here. You can take a photo while you're sitting in class in this note-taking app. The figure allows me to create like graphic organizers. We won't spend a lot of time on that right here. Web clips, not used very much, but you can go out and search the web and then take a picture of a website. Not really that important. Stickies are how you insert text boxes, basically is what that is. So here's written ones. So when you're on one of these, you can write on the text box and move it around. And here's a typing one. So again, just a text box. Let's put a blank one in real quick so you can see what it looks like. Select my typing tool or my written tool up here so I know what I want to do in here. And then, I'm going to move that around for just a second. All right. And then I can write in here. And once I write in there, that will give me the ability to move that particular writing around on a little sticky note, if you will. All right. Inserting images. Let's just see so you can see what that looks like. I'll go back in there. I'm going to do one that I've already taken a photo of. Select the photo off my camera roll. Now I have it in my document. I can change the size of it and move it around wherever I want. Okay, moving on to the little tool up here. That allows me to change a few things about the document. We're going to focus just on the paper. This allows us to change the color of the paper, so you can make it polka dotted in the back if you want, or a different color. And then you can put line paper or graph paper. Great for math or science, because once you get the graph paper in there, you can have students do graphing or other things with that. All right, the far right one up here allows us to see the different pages that we have in the document. Page 1, page 2, delete pages, toggle between them. We can search for things, we can bookmark things. So lots of functionality with this. Not used very much because most people just scroll up and down, but it just provides a little bit more functionality for you there. So that's the basics of creating and editing. Go in, play with it. It's a great tool that students and teachers will find very useful in class. The next videos are going to cover foldering and organization, and then we'll also talk about sending and sharing these particular notes between people.